So see that same line? So now that should be, when I take it out, exact same bend. Okay, with me so far? What's up guys, happy Sunday. Thanks for tuning into my latest video, The Life of a Jobbing Plumber. You're gonna have to excuse my gym top. I'm on a tight schedule today. I've just got out of the gym. I've got to get this video done and edited and uploaded, and it's, what is it now, 4:30, and I've got a flight to Germany at 8 o'clock. So yeah, tight schedule. Video sponsored by Power Tool Mate. Use PB5 to save yourself some money at Power Tool Mate and Velocity Pro Gear. So just quickly, because I have got to go, busy week this week. Finished work about lunchtime on Thursday, drove down to Velocity to talk to Tony about a new kit bag I'm designing. Well, 2 bags, or kind of bags, you'll have to stay tuned for that. And then I went to the Trade Legends podcast. We did a podcast Thursday night, stayed over Thursday night. Friday morning did another podcast with an Australian guy, addicted to tools. And then I drove to Coventry to Lawton Copper, Lawton Tube, did some HVAC training with Will HVAC, that was good. Then back to Birmingham for another podcast with Mechanical Hub. I really enjoyed that one. So that was that. Stayed over again, park run Saturday morning, then back home, did some work, and then today just getting ready to go to Germany. So it's just been crazy, but hopefully got some nice jobs for you this week that you'll find interesting. And yeah, when I'm less busy, I will take a bit more time and do some better videos for you, hopefully. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Let me know in the comments. And anything else I've got to tell you? Oh, got a charity job coming up on the 12th of March in Oxford. If you're local to Oxford, drop me a DM on Instagram. If we need any more numbers, I will speak to Kev, who's organised the job, and let you know. But that should be, charity jobs are great. If you've never done one before, they're really worthwhile, really good feeling. Obviously, you're helping someone out. So that's Saturday, the 12th of March in Oxford. Drop me a DM on Instagram if you're interested, and if there's space, I will let you know. Yeah, I'm going to shut up now because I have got to go. So hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. Please like the video if you like it, and subscribe. Yeah, thank you. So draining the system from that rad that's closest to the door. And this rad's been fitted, just going centre of that window. And then the copper pipes run into the corner and then up into the room above, which I'll show you now. So just moved the bed, rolled the carpet back. Luckily the boards are up, so I'm hoping the flow and return for the rad in the next room carry on through there, but we'll soon see. Yeah, hopefully we'll go down in that corner, depending on what's underneath these boards. We'll first bracket on, and then rather than level off it, all I've done is measured down from the windowsill, so they're the same, because the most noticeable thing when you're hanging a rad underneath a windowsill is if your windowsill's not level and your rad's level, it's going to look out. If that's level and your rad's not level, it's going to look out. So it's best to just match it up and hang it with the radiator, in my opinion. So now I've got to get the pipes along, up in the corner, work out where we're going up there is in the room above. So I've got 22 flow and return come through that way, the boiler's that way, and then tee off 15mm to this rad, 15mm to this rad. Looking at where the doorway is to this room, the corner of this room and the corner of the kitchen, I think the corner of the kitchen's somewhere here. So we're going to be coming off somewhere here rather than in the corner where I first thought. So that's where the screwdrivers come up, just there you can see. So that's quite good actually, because we've got loads of room in here to work on it. We obviously can come off this one, and then the other one's got to come off this pipe. So we could either change that to a T, what do you reckon, or just come off here?
Well, if you put a T on it, and then cut that, and then just straight elbow looking across, socket, and then like that.
Got plenty of room there to come through, so nice. So use the laser level, I've got the clips on the wall, and then the 2 holes. Okay, so just offered a piece of copper in to my clip, and now I'm going to offer this piece up through my hole where I want it and measure the distance between the 2. Can't do this with one hand. I'm just measuring the distance between the one on the wall and the one where it's going through the hole. Horrible day, it's absolutely pissing down. Right, so I'm going to make my first bend on my first piece of copper. So there's my first bend. Now what I'm going to do, so I get the next one exactly the same, is mark that on the bender. So that's my first piece. Now this one, when I pull it, that ends up where that line was, will be identical to that bend. So you see that same line? So now that should be, when I take it out, exact same bend. Okay, with me so far? Right, so for my second bend, my measurement between the pipe on the wall and the pipe that's going up into the ceiling is 80mm. So what I do is I get another off-cut of copper and I run it parallel and I measure so I can get that to sit. So like that, and then I'll measure whether you've done centre, outside edge to outside edge or whatever, but basically I want this 80mm outside edge to outside edge. So set that up. Once I'm happy, I'll pull that bend. So that's that bend now, and then I've gone again to that same pencil line. So that's the first one done. Now we'll do the other one. So again, this one, offer this up parallel, measure in. Can't do it, but you get the gist. 80mm between here and here, same measurement as for that one. Pull that bend again to the line, and then you should get 2 exact dog legs. So again, I've gone to the pencil line, just can't quite see it, it's there though. And it should, hopefully, put them together, 2 identical bends, right on top of each other. There we go. Right, so that's the first one in, and now I'm going to put this one in. What do you reckon? How does that look?
It's a bit awkward getting on that one. So I've cut that one, pulled that out of the way to get on it.
Okay, that's what you need to sock it for.
Yeah. Cheers.
I like the idea of the rubber bag catching the water.
Flexible bucket.
Flexible bucket.
Flexible bucket. Been a bit longer.
So a little bit of part of that to do. You obviously always have to take up more floor than you think you're going to, just so you can get in. But even more with the press tool. It's fast and it's convenient for actually pressing, but getting into certain things, it's not as versatile as soldering, is it?
See the 2 sockets here. The first one I pressed, it was tight on the board. I used the angle jaws. I didn't quite get them on square. I wasn't going to risk it, so I took another board up. Probably might have been alright, but...
Yeah, I would have risked that.
Would you?
Yeah.
I would have done on V, but I don't think I would on M, you know.
Right, I'm going to go back downstairs. I'll make sure those pipes stay where we want them. So that's what I ended up doing under the floor. Basically changed that to a T, ran that 15mm supply and then just teed off the other 15mm. These sockets were so you could move the pipes to get the press tool in basically. So now the floor's going to go back down, just filling it up. That's it pretty much. Oh, I've got a present for you. Have you ever seen a radiator key like this?
Ooh, no.
Forget you know when the bleed point's behind the rad near the wall.
Look at that one for now.
Yeah, if your air pap's on the back face of it.
Yeah, they're not. That's nice. It needs a little hole to go on a key ring.
Yeah, someone go in them.
Did they? Or is it just a pin holding it?
No,
on?
it's this little grub screw, so maybe you can put it into the middle.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can have that. Hopefully you'll get you out of the shit.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I've been called out to a leaking rad. Leaking tower radiator. Quite a bad bit there. It's also been doing it up there as well. Obviously it's only just started happening. And that's the good side. That's the bad side. Yeah, it just started happening this morning apparently. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cap it, isolate these valves, drain it, take it off the wall, measure up for a new one. I'm not fitting it now, I've not got time. And I'll come back with a new rad. So I've removed the rad, obviously with the holes in the radiator and the colour of the water that's come out of it, this will be the, not opportunity, but the reason why I recommend this system gets flushed. Because there's a reason why the radiator is corroded, and it's because of the water quality.
But maybe they didn't do that because they didn't want to touch it.
Yeah, so that's obviously this water's what's in this is in all of your radiators. It's all part of the same system.
Jesus.
Now, if the new boiler was fitted a year ago and it was flushed,
I'm going to take a picture of that.
yeah, because I don't think they flushed it.
I think they just pretended. Oh, God, the buggers.
So apparently the boiler was fitted last year and it was flushed. So.
Take a picture of it. Dad.
Yeah, and that will be the reason why your radiator's pinholed, because of the water quality, because it attacks the metal of the radiator, and it will do it to the other radiators unless you get it cleaned out.
And to this one eventually. I mean, I've had that for a long time.
Yeah, so get back onto the people who installed the boiler.
Yeah.
Ask them if it was flushed, show them that photo, say it needs flushing.
Yeah.
If they won't do it, then I can quote you to flush it.
Yeah.
In the meantime, do you want me to just crack on and order you the radiator?
Oh, yeah, yes.
Get that done. Yeah.
I mean, otherwise, you know, what can I do? I have a radiator fitting instead of a towel heater. But then that means... This is just screws, aren't they, in the wall?
Yeah, I can just fit you another tower radiator. We'll change the valves, new tower
yeah.
radiator, and that'll be as good as new. But you do need to sort the water quality out, because it will happen again.
Yes, yeah.
If you
And
don't.
that it shouldn't be like that after last year.
Definitely not, no. So.
Yeah, so I've got them ready.
Okay. Right, so that's tower radiator job. The lady is going to contact the company that fitted the boiler. It's a Valent combi in the kitchen, and it did have a Magna Clean on it, only a small one, but it did have one on. Well, can I say the company that fitted it? Let's just say it was a big company. Apparently they did flush it, but when I spoke to her and described what a power flush or a Magna Cleanse or any kind of flush entails, she doesn't think they did it, and also they weren't there a full day fitting that boiler, so I doubt that the system was flushed. So she's going to contact them and hopefully get her flush that she paid for, because it was on her invoice, get that sorted. But she wants me to send a quote for a new tower radiator. So I use Tradeify. Now, the only trouble with showing you Tradeify is it will have my customer's name and address on it. Now, I can use a dummy account and do like a fake one, but I always think it's best to just be real and show you real stuff. So on Tradeify, when I load up a customer to send them their gas certificate or add them into my diary as a job, I'll get on the top bar. Let's move this down. Things I can do. So the customer details will be their name, address, phone number, stuff like that. Sites, if they've got multiple sites, like if it's a landlord, they've got different properties, you can do that. Invoices, if I want to invoice them, and then quotes. So each customer, I can do that, fill in a quote, email it off to them, and it will be listed in my, under that customer, as in like quote number 1. So it's great for doing that. Now, Tradeify, obviously they sponsor my YouTube. Now, if you want to give it a go, use the discount code PB Plumber if you want to sign up. But if you just want to have a look at it and have a play around with it, there's a 14-day free trial. They don't take any money off you. You can just have a look at it, see if it's for you. The great thing about Tradeify is if you ring up their tech team and say, like, tell me how to use it, show me how to use it, they'll literally show you everything you need to know, even on your 14-day free trial. So it's great, and obviously it helps me out. I don't get paid off the discount code, but if you're using it or if you do the free trial off my code, it shows them that people are, you know, using it because of me. So it helps me out in the long run. So if you want to have a go with it, Tradeify, the link to the free trial will be in the description of the video. But that's how I do my quotes, as well as my gas certs, booking in my jobs, sending invoices, literally do everything off Tradeify. So we're in the loft today. It's pretty cold. Got this Glowworm 30CXI coming out. So it should be quite simple. And the Baxi going in. Baxi 800, the one with the free, not free, but the filter in the box. We're already winning because they didn't seal the fluid on the inside. So it looks like it's going to come out pretty easy. Can't do that with one hand though. There we go. Just had to pull it a bit hard to get the gasket off the outside. Beautiful. Oh, it's freezing in it. It's even colder in here now. So pretty much cut the circuit board out of the way so I can just get on all these connections into my bucket. Obviously the boiler is the highest point in the house, so with it drained down there's not going to be any water in, just what's in the boiler, so the bucket's just there as an insurance policy really. So whip all these off, get the boiler out of the way, and then I guess what we're going to do is just cut these, and then we'll bang press fit sockets on so that we can quickly reconnect everything. And we have obviously got to get the filter in as well, but it's going to be pretty straightforward this. So I'll spoiler off pretty easy. Now I'll get these templates off.
Nice at working with someone.
So boiler's on the wall. I'm going to smash this pipe work in, and Ben's doing the hive using a Wago wiring centre. So before they'd come up and like angled the valves under the boiler to go to the pipes, which we can still do, but because this one's got the integral filling loop that needs to clip on like that, these two, the cold and the return, have got to be straight, and we've got to get the filter in. So on these we're just coming across and then up, and then these ones the valves can swing and down. Ben's already done the hive, so another 20 minutes and this will be done. But I just wanted to show you, he's got these new, he's got two new things actually. It's like a first day back at school after the summer holidays. He's got these channel locks. These handles, they're disgusting, feel horrible to use, and they look awful. Sorry, channel lock. And then these ox slices, which are not bad, because they ratchet, so you can sort of cut like that. But what I'm finding is, if you don't just do it with your fingertips, if you use the palm of your hand, I'll show you when I cut this. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're good. Bear with me, guys, bear with me. There we go, right. So, if you hold it like that, when you turn it, it wants to suck your skin into this gap, and it keeps pinching me, so that's the downside to it. And then once you've finished cutting, you've got to reset it before you can get your pipe back on it. Yeah, not bad. So just done that lagging with the Laggit. Them 45s, look at them. They're just, for what it is, tiny little bit of kit. I think that's awesome. Ben's commissioning it and pretty much done.
And for lunch.
What do you think to your new cane analyzer?
I do like it. It seems to work quite well. The battery lasts a lot longer than the old one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old one, cells had started to go on it, so decided to buy a new one. But so far, so good.
Does it fit all right in your
Yeah, perfectly.
PB service bag?
Yeah, it fits well. Turn it around the other way so it's protected on the inside. It protects the screen, and the printer sits right next to it.
Right, a few weeks ago, I was lucky enough to go out to Northern Ireland to meet the guys at Tool Monster. Now, the guy who runs it, Adam, he's been on the Trade Legends podcast. Great guy. He's a working electrician. They've got this awesome electrical company. It reminded me of how Pimlico Plumbers run. But as a sort of side project, he started up Tool Monster. So when I went into his sort of his office block where he runs his electrical company, they'd sort of partitioned off a quarter of the unit, and it was just like tool heaven. There was just hand tools hanging up, Milwaukee, there was loads of Milwaukee gear, Nipex, the Boddington's electrical stuff, Weira, Unilights, just loads and loads of hand tools. They also sell the Velocity tool bags, they sell my bags as well. So I ordered, and it came in this ammo crate. I don't think every order comes in an ammo crate. I just think it's I think you can buy them, but it was just like a one-off for me. But this is what I ordered. So I got the, is this going to fall off? Let me put it there. Right, I've got insulated hacksaw. I've always wanted one of them. That's the Boddington's one. This mirror I thought might be useful for inside boilers. I know it's electrician's tools, but I just thought it might be useful. And then this, I don't know if you remember a job I did a while back, I dropped that down a void. One of my favourite tools, most used tools, we're a chisel driver. I just use this as like a wrecking bar, floorboards, breaking stuff. So that, and then this is awesome. Do you see this? So I know I showed you a Milwaukee knife the other day. This one I saw on the wall and I said to him, like, that's awesome, I've got to have it. So it's just a utility knife basically, but it's a finger, I don't know, I'm not a knife expert, but it's finger activated. Someone will tell me the correct term. Basically you just flick it out and that's your knife, and then that's to release it back in. But that feels proper quality. That's probably my favourite purchase. When you've got a knife in your pocket, you tend to use it for everything. So why I wanted to talk to you about it though, so obviously he's a working electrician and it's a new company. So if you want to support it and buy something from Tool Monster, use I've got a discount code. I don't earn any commission off it, but if you want to support Adam, support Tool Monster, use Monster PB. Have a look on the site, there's loads of stuff. See if you want to buy anything. But yeah. So I missed the main point. Monster PB gets you 10% off. So 10% off hand tools basically. So go and fill your boots.
Right, morning folks. Today's job is we're going to fit this boil tap. I'm going to have a go. Looks pretty straightforward. Cold mains in. It goes through for the filter. I'm not fitting a chiller because I haven't got the room. And then there's the tap. So, obviously, first job, like every job whenever you come to one, customers never empty the sink. So I'm going to empty the sink, get rid of the bin. I'm going to alter this waste pipe that runs along the back. I'm going to drill that straight out the back. So this gives us a little bit more room here for the tank. And there's our hot and cold feeds, so I'm probably going to have to alter them as well. So we'll go with it. So there's the instructions for this tap we're going to fit. Seems pretty straightforward. Tap, there's all your hoses. little step-by-step guide. Connect to your cold. Connect to your tank. So it's basically going to look at the end. It comes with a pretty standard, easy to use manual. All your info there, how to mount it, electrical. Just hope it looks a little bit neater than that when we're done. Just got to be wary of the clearances for the tank apparently. 150mm from the sides, 25 from the back. Luckily Sparky's already put a 13A fuse spur in. So yeah, job's a fish. Can fit a chiller unit if you want, but I'm not bothered about that. So if you want to prime it at the end. Technical stuff. Maximum supply pressure of 5 bar. Minimum of 1 bar. Tank capacity 2.4 litres, so that should give you plenty of water. There we go. So obviously one of the things is we're going to have the water off for a bit while we alter all the pipe work. So best make sure we fill that kettle. So now the cupboard's empty, you can see a little bit better. So the plan is, where this waste pipe comes along here, going to core that straight out the back. Hopefully, I think there's some pipes that run along here, so hopefully we should miss them. Electric socket's already been fitted a while ago, so that should all be good. Plug straight in and then alter these pipes here. Plenty of room. So I've just got the waste off. That's typical, isn't it? Nice and gooey. Disconnected the pipes existing. It's actually a Bristol easy fit that's coming out. Originally they go onto the base. Pretty sure loads of you have seen these. But yeah, so that's all that gutted out. We'll start cutting some waste pipes out. Right, so here's the tap, here's the hoses. Got a red, a blue and a green. It is all RAS approved, so that means it's proper quality, not like your Chinese crap. And then down there, it's probably a bit hard to see, but you've got a green dot, a red dot and a blue dot, so you can't get it wrong. Right, that's the tap in, nice and secure. Comes with a really good rubber actually on the bottom to seal it. There's all the hoses in. It's a bit of a faff getting it right up there to get the bolts on, but yeah, they're all on now. So, how it basically works is, it's got a safety button, you push the button, twist, that'll be your boiling water. Pull it straight down, that'll give you your filtered water. Push it out, hot and cold normal water. Let's get this thing piped up. So there we go, all plumbed in. Just going to put a clip on that, tidy that up. So basically, hot inlet, it's just standard hot inlet. Put a full bore ISO here. Cold, so cold just goes to a normal cold. And then the cold for the filter tap comes off through a filter, back round, and then up. You can't see it up there, those blue ones, but then into the tap, back out the tap to the tank. So you've got filtered water going through the tank. And then this silicone hose, once I've got everything back in, I'll just cut that shorter, probably. Stick that in there, and that's the hot feed up to the boil tap. Yeah, nice little unit. So I'm just going to put a couple of clips on to tidy the flexes up. Plug it in, try it out. So there it is, all in place. There's the water filter in. There's the tank in. Hot and cold's all connected up. I'm just going to go and try it, make sure there's no leaks, get the waste in. All done. Not a bad little unit. So folks, that's it, it's all in, all done. Pretty straightforward to use. It's obviously got an on-off button. Standby. This is for your temperature. So you can select your different temperatures, 85, 90, or 95. This one gives you your actual temperature. You can hear it boiling there. Nice and easy. So it's got a filter. This won't replacing every 6 months. And yeah, like I said before, you push that one down. It's got a safety feature. Push it back. Steaming hot water. Pull it down. That's filtered water. It's filtered cold. So you can put a chiller on there as well, so you can have chilled hot water. Sorry, chilled cold water. But obviously I haven't got the room. And then just your normal hot and cold. Nice little compact unit.